And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop. If you've come here because of the thumbnail and title expecting to see me rewind that Pi LV30 line output transformer, I've misled you slightly. This is about another transformer. So about 2.5, getting on for 3 years ago on the channel, I restored a Philips 17 TG100U TV set from 1960. And it was a fantastic set, really good picture quality on it. And I was sat there watching a Western on it one evening, and unfortunately the sides of the picture worked their way in, and then it all went blurry and the line output transformer failed. I'll leave a playlist in the link below so you can go back and watch that if you wish. But yeah, that was 2 years ago. Now, I'm rather fond of that set, so I wanted to get that transformer rewound. So let's rewind 2 years and look at what remains of the footage of me going on about it. Right, this was 2 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with much sadness I must announce we've had a failure. A failure of our wonderful Philips 17 TG100U TV set that I did last year. Go back and have a look at those videos if you didn't. Yeah, sadly, if you remember in the videos, the line output transformer looked a bit gungy. Well, yeah, unfortunately the inevitable happened and the primary has started to fail. So the set will work fine now as I switch it on. It'll run probably for 3/4 of an hour, maybe an hour, and then we start to get width problems and our EHT drops away, which is symptomatic of line output transformer failure. Chances of finding a new line output transformer for one of these is a shade above zero. It'll probably be easy for me to win the lottery or get hit twice by lightning than to come up with a new transformer for that. So there is only one thing we can do, and that is remove the transformer and send it off to get it rewound. So let's do that. Right, first thing we've got to do is off with the back with the mains plug out. I'm going to want a 4BA nut spinner just to remove these screws. Oh, cobwebs have been accruing already. Must be said, this set started to give problems a few months ago now, so it's just been sat unused, sadly. But when it's going, it's got a blistering picture on it. Now, if memory serves, aren't there 2 screws underneath? Ooh. Yep. I'll have to bring it to the edge, I think. It's been a long time since I've had a transformer rewound. Last time was one for a Bush TV22 that belonged to Colin, that you see on this channel occasionally when I'm doing musical instruments. So long time ago, and sadly the gentleman I used to do that transformer, I can't get hold of. His email address just returns me a lot of spam, so I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's alright. Right, there we go. Now, if memory serves, I'm sure it does, this hinges out of here somehow, doesn't it? Hinge, latch. So we need to undo that. That hinges out, and then the output transformer's in this can here. And it's been suggested that we just remove the whole can and send that complete. 100 mic electrolytic, did I leave that in there? Oh dear. Right, let us release the latch. That's the latch removed. The chassis, hinge it out. And our line transformer, of course, hides in this can. The set hasn't been run for a while, so hopefully there's nothing left in the tube. No, that's good. So I just need to unsolder. You can't see that. Let me swivel the camera around. I'm going to unsolder our solid state rectifier from the nipple and then remove the whole can assembly. I will need to take the cap off the boost diode, the efficiency diode, the cap off the output valve. That's it. Oh, they're labelled anyway. Isn't that good? Good Philips. Good people to deal with. PL81 written on that. So that is the PL81 is that the boost diode? Yes, it is. Because it's PL81. Oh, I don't know now. Let me have a look. That's PY81. Yes, of course. PY81 is the boost diode. PL is the output valve, of course. But PL is listed on this piece of wire. So we're going to need to switch the iron on. Just disconnect our EHT rectifier. There we go. And then turning back to the rear, what do we got? 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the whole lot falls out. I think that would be rather over optimistic. I want that screwdriver there. One. 2. I'm going to remove the line plug. I'm going to leave the width where it was. 2, 3. Yep. And 4. There we have it. That is our output transformer in there. He did say he wanted the whole thing, so yeah, you can have the whole thing. So I do think I'll probably leave the cage behind, keep the postage a little bit lighter. So yeah, let's just undo those screws there. Push the set forward a shade. There we go. That's the transformer out. I shall leave the cage and the rectifier here, and we shall get that horribly gooey and nasty looking primary rewound with a bit of luck. Right, this is going to take some time. This is not a sort of overnight service, so we'll resume this video later in the year.
So that was 2 years ago, and the set is back on the bench. Now, I'd had difficulty contacting Mike. I think he changed his phone number, and emails would just bounce back, as apparently there was a fault on the server he was using that would reject messages from Hotmail and Gmail accounts, and also I tried from work, and the things would just bounce back. So I thought I'd lost contact with Mike. And whether he's seen the LV30 video, I don't know. But yesterday, there was a knock on the door, and it was the postman with a parcel. And I thought, I haven't ordered anything. But in there is this beautifully rebuilt line output transformer. This is a work of art, and not expensive in the grand scheme of things. It's all been rebuilt and tested, and as to my original instructions, he left the thermionic EHT rectifier out, because if you see the video on the set, I fitted a semiconductor one. Yeah, just a beautiful piece of workmanship. Looks fantastic. It's been tested, and it's all good, and we have some writing on the back that I don't remember being there before, so I think that must be Mike. Late version serial numbers 45001 onwards. And if we look at the serial number on my set, it is indeed 63,378. So, wow, there it is. And, you know, with the current project to rewind my LV30 transformer, this is what I need. This is the level of workmanship I need to be aiming for. One thing is for sure, I won't be able to do it for what Mike has charged me to do this. I am over the moon. Yeah, fabulous news. Right, let's get the set back in bits, fit this, and hopefully watch some telly. And I'm hoping I left all the bits in here. I did. Excellent. So there's our transformer can. And of course the original Bernard Smith service card that I left in a little bag. And all the screws. Excellent. Just got to remember what goes where. Well, they all seem to be the same. There's one slightly shorter screw. That bothers me. How does that fit in there? Does it fit in that way? It does indeed. It's actually two of these threaded screws there that are slightly shorter. So I presume because there's only two that secure the sort of shielding can to the line output stage, that those are they. Just need to reattach our EHT rectifier back to the EHT connector on the transformer there. Lovely. Oh, smell of varnish. Okay, and then attach the can to the chassis. You can imagine if you had one of these out on rental back in the 60s and you had a serious transformer failure, if you could just take this module out with you, easy job. You could have easily done it in the house. You know, nothing difficult really to do, is there? Not even a soldering iron required. The whole thing just plugs in. Reconnect the EHT. we go. That's that connected. Was that on a camera anywhere? Probably not. All right, now we need to connect. Am I actually on a camera anywhere at all? I need to be looking in over here. Oh, probably on that camera up there. So we have the two wires here from the top of the line output transformer. One is marked PL81, which is our boost diode, which I've got a feeling is this left-hand tube here, but I'm just going to pull it and check. That is our PL81. So that's PL81. Sorry, PL is the line output valve. What am I on about? PL is the line output valve. The other one is our PY, which is our boost rectifier. Right. I think we're probably all set. Let's check my DAG earth, because that gave us problems when I did the set originally. Well, that was 2 minutes work, wasn't it? And there it is. Right. I need a signal source. So standard converter for system A, 405 line. And yeah, get ready to power on. Right, I've got stuff set up. I will just explain what's going on. Down here is my Aurora standard converter. That's outputting on channel 1, test card C on 405 lines. That camera over there is looking at the back of the set. Camera 5, which is this fella here, is looking at the lamp limiter. Camera 2 is looking at the screen, as is camera 1. So we're all set for power on. Now, I've got a 100 watt bulb in the lamp limiter for the simple reason this set hasn't been run up in, you know, a couple of years now. So it is entirely possible, and I do notice that there are some more aged electrolytics still left in here. I don't like the look of that one there, but we'll come back to that. So power is going on. We're connected to the variac, so I'm just going to come up there to say 150 volts. As you can see, we've got a lamp lit on the lamp limiter, funnily enough. So we are drawing some current. On our output we've got 98 volts and we're consuming 200 milliamps. Can't see any heaters lighting up as yet. Let's if I dim the lights, the cameras tend to put on their own illumination, which is a right pain. Right, let's give it some more. So there's 200 volts input. We've got 131 on the output. Not really enough to do much, I wouldn't have thought. I think I just heard the dropper creak. Got anything happening on the screen? No sound or anything yet? No. Okay. Let's give it the beans. There we go. We're on 151 volts with the lamp in series. So we're quite a way down here. I really need a sort of 200 watt bulb or something. But we're bringing it up gently. 145, 144 volts. So the volts are falling, which sort of means things are probably starting to happen. Not quite sure whether that's my tinnitus or we've got line whistle. Got no sound or anything yet. Okay, let's turn the volts back down. We're at 130, so I've got about 130 on the input and then switch the lamp out. And then bring that up to, let's say, 170 volts, 180, 187, 188. See if we start to get any action. I am not. Have I got the switch on? I have got the switch on because we are drawing 0.5 amp there. Current starting to rise. Oh, I've got the start of some sound. Oh, there we go. And we have a picture. Right, let's, and strong line whistle. Let's bring the power up. There we go. Okay. And there it is. Test card C. In all its 405 line glory. Plenty of width. I think we're on the minimum width setting as well. Yeah, I am on the minimum width setting. Can I adjust that with that inductor? I think that was the width inductor. Yeah, that's better. Just want to show the arrows on each side. A bit too much height, really. Where's the height? That is contrast. That's hold. There we go. Yeah, it's giving a good show of itself. Our circle wants to be a bit rounder, really, doesn't it? We need the scan shifting up a bit, but no, that's brilliant news. Our transformer, freshly rewound, is working really well. Oh, pleased to have this back, I really am. Right, I'm just going to leave that on test for a bit and then box it back up. And there you have it. A quite simple line output transformer replacement on our Philips 17 TG100U. I think I've got a few linearity issues maybe to nail down, but it's been sat here running on the bench now for about 3 hours, so looks like everything's stable. And the picture in reality is a lot better than it appears to be coming out on that camera. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Mike Barker, for rewinding the transformer for me. And yeah, click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and I'll see you really soon here on Dozzy's Television Workshop. Cheers now. Bye.
Tubes amidst the dust, they play nostalgic tunes, solder smoke, and the faint aroma of time in each repair, an art that's so prime. Twist and spark, fix the picture, bring back color in the dark. Screens that buzz, it's magic on display. Old TVs revived in a brand new way. Circuit woes, but we're getting closer. Neon signs, they guide you to the door. Tubes and screens like you've never seen before. Pulses hum as sparks begin to fly. In this tiny shop, dreams are set too high. In Dozzy's shop, with a touch of love, your picture's clear and true. In hands. Pixels flicker, back to life and stand. Microchips and vintage heart in a world of screens, playing their parts. Circuit boards with stories to untangle. Every wire a promise at an angle. With steady hands, as he bends the light through the lens, creating onyx nights. Oscillators creating sonic waves, bringing back the charm of retro days. Capacitors and resistors. In Dozzy's touch, there's no misfire. Transistors dance to the rhythm of repair. Through the glow, feels like magic fills the air. Voltage pulses, the tune's melodic run. A symphony of sparks where the work is never done. In Dozzy